Assalamulaikum and Hi, we are from Group 1. So today we will explain about our chosen horse breed, which is Friesian Horse. So, without further ado, I will pass the slide to the next presenter.
Thank you, Sophie. Now I will explain to you what is breed. Breed is generally definition as having distinct true breeding characteristic over a number of generations. More than 300 breeds of horses and ponies in the world, and it's classified into 5 categories, which is the draft horses, warm blood, light horses, gaited horses, and ponies. So we're gonna go to first characteristic, which is draft horses. This breed to carry and pull heavy loads. It's strong, tall, and heavy. Average draft weight over 1,060 lbs and over 16 tall. Below I'll provide to you the example of breed for draft horses, which is Belgian, Suffolk, and Percheron. Next is warm blood horses. The characteristic for these warm blood horses is tall, strong, athletic horses with a sensible attitude and plenty of get up and go. Usually we use them for dresses, jumping, harness, and equestrian Olympic sport. So the example is Dutch warm blood, Hanoverian, and Holstein. The third characteristic is light horses. Light horses is opposite to draft horses. This breed are for speed, agility, endurance, and riding. They can vary greatly in color, height, weight, and bulk. So the example for these light horses is Rocky Mountain, polo ponies, and more. Next is gaited horses. This breed for riding but best known for their exceptionally smooth ride. So the advantage of gaited horses are the pace, the stepping pace, the running walk, the fox trot, the drag, and the slow gait on 3 gaits, which is walk, trot, and gallop. The example for these gaited horses is Marwari horses and Pampa. So the last one is ponies. Ponies have head less than 14.2 hands, and about 100 species breed exist. Pony is incredibly versatile little horses. We usually use for pulling, packing, harness, riding, jumping, plowing, and range work. The example for these little cute horses are Icelandic pony, Chilean pony, and Hackney pony. After we know all the characteristics, we chose Friesian Horse under warm blood group. So I will pass this slide to the next presenter.
Okay, so the breed that we choose is called Friesian breed with the scientific name of Ferris camelus. They have a height of 14.2 hands, which is equal to 56.8 inches. They have a lifespan of 25 years. They have the weight of 1,450 pounds. They are best suited for those who have experience working with horse riders and equine trainers. They are comparable to Oldenburg horse and Andalusian horse. They have a draft characteristic, including feathers, and almost always black. They are also called hot driver, which is good trotter in dark. They have the distinguishing features of black, powerfully muscle, agile with elegant action, thick mane and tail, feathers on lower legs. These horses have a temperament that is known for being proud, strong, loyal, cheerful, and calm. And these animals are people-oriented and they are willing to please, which means that they form strong bonds with their riders.
Feed for Friesian horse. Friesian horse are recommended to eat is a good quality of grass hay, following the general horse feeding rule of thumb for an average horse in minimal work is followed. Boosting the energy of a Friesian horse can be done with small feeding of mixed grain accompanied by some trace minerals or salt block with enough water. Always remember to not underfeed them, so take an eye of their weight and not the physical body physique as it may be deceiving. For housing, Friesians are best kept in cool weather. They don't tolerate well with heat. Friesians are prone to suffer from menhydrolysis, lack of sweating. In hot environments, this can cause serious problems. For their problem, during warm months, this horse should be monitored for any hydrosis. There are some treatment options that have shown positive results, such as reduced concentrated feeding and vitamin E injections along with the fluid and electrolyte injection.
Friesian horses were used for centuries as a war horse. However, they have a calm demeanor, they willing learner and social to please their owner. These traits are excellent in any horse. Nowadays, Friesian were used for competition like racing and dressage. Friesian can excel in dressage as it have a desire to please and athletic ability to compete in dressage. For example, a sport Friesian stallion named Adele was the first Friesian in the International Grand Prix. Friesian horses were also used for exercise to maintain a good health.
Okay, let's move on to the last topic of Friesian horse, which is can Friesian horse adapt to the hot weather in Malaysia? Based on the previous slides and explanations, we are all aware that Friesian horse is a horse that covered with black fur. This type of horse will suffer heat absorption more than other horse with different color of fur coat. As for horse owners, managing horses with a dark fur coat during hot weather such in Malaysia can be a challenge. They need to provide extra care during hot weather. We will discuss the list of examples of extra care in the next slide. Normally, horses can cool themselves by sweating. Evaporation of sweat from the skin surface has a cooling effect. A horse that is working hard in a hot environment can lose 2 to 4 gallons of sweat per hour. For your information, less evaporation occurs during times of high humidity. Next, the change in metabolism coupled with likely reduced of feed intake can result in body weight loss, most specifically muscle protein. It is critical to track the feed intake and body condition and weight during hot weather, especially for thin, older and younger horses. If body condition or weight loss is observed, contact an equine nutritionist or veterinarian for assistance. Next, metabolic changes in nutrient utilization do occur. In addition, heat stress has a negative impact on feed intake, and most horses will not voluntarily consume as much feedstuffs on hot days. So research has shown that horses can acclimate to hot and humid environments. So to answer the topic's questions, the answer is yes. The Friesian horse can adapt in the hot weather in Malaysia with extra care. Next, let's move on to the list on how to reduce effect of heat and keep the horse comfortable. First and foremost, we need to provide turnout during cooler times of the day, such as in early in the morning, late at night, or overnight. Next, provide relief from the sun through access to shade from trees or building. Watch out for signs of sunburns, especially on white or light color areas. And provide fans because it can help to improve airflow. Next, ensure access to clean water, clean cool water at all times, with temperature of range of 45 to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Water buckets and tanks may need to be cleaned more regularly in hot weather, as algae and bacteria grow rapidly in warm water. Next, free choice access to salt will encourage the horse to drink. Last but not least, provide electrolytes to horses that have been sweating heavily or are expected to do so. Then we move on to the last slide of our presentation, that is about heat stroke. So horses suffering from heat stress and heat stroke require immediate cooling. Heat stroke is an emergency that requires immediate veterinary attention. Treatment includes stopping all exercise, getting the horse out of the sun, using fans, spraying and scraping ice water to cool the horse, providing cool, clean water, and making electrolytes available. Horses with heat stroke often require treatment with intravenous fluids and electrolytes to restore hydration and normalize blood chemistry. So, some believe that horses should not be allowed to drink unrestricted amount of water when hot due to hyperdistension of the stomach leading to colic. A horse's stomach can hold between 2 and 4 gallons of fluid without cooling, without becoming excessively distended. Allowing a hot horse a few swallows of cool, clean, fresh water every few minutes is necessary to combat the effects of heat stress. Also, some believe that a draft will make a wet horse susceptible to a chill during a hot weather. Fans or natural airflow works to increase evaporation and speed the cooling process. More effective are misting fans. Misting is commonly used in the livestock industry to speed cooling in geographic areas affected by high temperatures.